don't even know how to operate the freaking buttons. Here. Not sure if I did this or not. So, hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Navonod on No Limit Hold'em After Dark, where we play $1 micro stakes, heads up, sit and goes, when we may or may not be drinking a little bit of the sauce, just a little bit. I'm lost. I'm betting because I don't have any showdown value, but if I can't check and call, but I have a ton of cards that I can barrel, and I think that's a pretty good card to barrel, because it could be kind of scary and it improves my equity. So, and he just called on the flop, where he maybe raises this flop with 2 pair plus, I would think. His range was capped, ours was uncapped. Probably actually our range was stronger than his. I mean, he called the flop bet, which adds extra strength to his range, but he did not raise the flop. Yeah, I guess our ranges were just different. Mine was more polarized, and his was more bluff catcher heavy, and then the turn came and improved my range. So, yeah, that's how that went. Word to your mothers, if I didn't say. I think we can bet this, or we can check it back. I don't want to get check raised. I think that would be sad. That would be a sad thing to happen. And if he bets like 40, then we can just call, and it's kind of like the same if we had bet it ourselves. But we get that money in against a weaker range because we induce bluffs. Yeah, I think we just check back and just win, right? I mean, unless he has like, what can he have that's better than ace high? Pair of eights. I think that's about it. That's all we lose to. King 9 seems like a pretty slam dunk open on the button, heads up. Especially when it's after dark. At a $1 game, in case I didn't mention that also. Yeah, we'll just bet. Sometimes I think he can check, but I think mostly we want to bet. It's a good card. Because if he's peeling with like a 6 or some kind of pocket pair, like of 7, yeah, he probably would have 3-bet most of his pocket pairs, but even still, it's not a scary card. So unless he's just going to call once with an ace high or like a pair of 2s and then give up, in which case all cards are equally shitty. Yeah, I think we're targeting ace highs and small pairs. Maybe hands like ace 4 would make some sense. So we're going to shave it. I'm going to make it pretty small and hope to get a crying call from a pair of 4s or 6s. Alright. Did we get our crying call from a pair of 4s or 6s? I thought we did. Let's check and find out. Pair of 3s. Same thing, right? That makes sense for what I said, I think. Yeah. I think I even mentioned them, or I said pocket 2s, whatever, same hand. So this guy's like reasonable, but he's like reasonable enough to be predictable, which, yeah, I think I like our chances against him. He can really put us in the, okay, so we've got a weak draw, and we've got a pair, so I think we have to call, but, I mean, he can just blast all rivers, and there's, like, nothing we can do about it, so hopefully he doesn't, like, realize that. Shit. I think he actually had the queen. I feel like if he would have had air or a big hand, he would have used a bigger bet. If he understands the precarious... I mean, geez, oh, Pete, am I just overthinking this? Or is this dude like that good playing at the $1 drunk people games? Oh, wait, no, you probably don't have to be drunk in order to play this. So that would make... Right, got it. Ace-8 offsuit is at the very bottom of my don't 3-bet me ace range. No, top of my don't 3-bet me ace range. This hits us pretty good. We've got some good things that can happen, and I expect him to c-bet once and give up pretty frequently. Which is pure conjecture. Now, in case he has like some kind of like random ace high or a 3 or a 4, I think it is okay to bet. But and plus we don't want to like check and have him make some 240 bet, so we're just kind of doing this as a blocking bet disguised as a value bet. God dang it. That sucks. Now that play is a play that I would never have done sober, so I bet you I talked myself into doing something stupid. I can't wait to watch that. It does not sound familiar in my like normal terminologies, the way I talk and think and whatnot. I think we'll try to just take our king high to showdown. I think we can rep the 9 real hard now, so if he bets we can raise. Then it'll make a lot of sense, and he will fold a lot of stuff. Okay, so he must legit have an ace. Will he fold an ace? I don't think he will. Oh, well, yeah. He definitely wasn't folding that. So on this turn, we're going to be using a polarized leading range because he never has king, and we can. So we can make like a big bet there, and if he gets sticky with second pair, we can rip it in on the river. If we had something mediocre, we would have like checked and called, or maybe bet smaller, or some other thing. We would have done some other thing. I think this is a flop that favors pre-flop raiser. He thinks otherwise, I guess. If I had the 7th and a spades, I might have gotten cute there. And by cute, I mean ugly, and by ugly, I mean crazy. By crazy, I mean crazy. Oh, a 6 and a 3 seems kind of bad. I felt so confident a minute ago, and my confidence is waning, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, we're not folding, that's for sure, but why is he checking back? Let's give it to him. Let's give him the old overbet turn. Overbet river if he calls turn. That would have been a weird card had he called the overbet. That would have presented a much more interesting situation than I was anticipating. What's happening? 7, 8, 10. They're all black and very confused. Probably I could use a bigger bet size there. I feel like I screwed up. Okay, I don't want to like just walk into it. I feel like I'm about to walk into it. think he so got it. Okay, what happened on the flop? I see that he called. On the turn, check, check. Now he's giving me $1 billion to 1 with this, and I've got a straight. Okay, so he's got a draw, which turned into a straight or a flush. Or he's got like a set or 2 pair or something. Right, so like unless he's turning top pair into a bluff, we're beat. I hate folding straights heads up, but it just seems so unlikely that, like, he could have had a lot of hands that we still beat until he actually bet. Or not still beat, but like we could have beat a lot of his hands once we made our straight, right up until the point where he bet. Because like, what would he be betting? You know what I mean? He didn't beat us. Okay, he's folded all the time to our over bets, so I'm using a small bet, hoping he's paying attention, thinking I can risk less. And maybe it like looks more convincing. If he checks a decent hand back, we'll know that it worked. But we just got unlucky because he has like a king or something. You know, that sucks, because now he saw me use that little bet size, and it was a bluff, so now I've got to make big bets to make it look like a, yeah, shit. Alright, I'm not losing this game, I'm not doing it. I refuse, I totally refuse. Snap out of your drunkenness, sir. Yes, sir. I said that to myself, I wasn't trying to yell at you. Home viewer. Damn it. So he probably look pretty amazing at poker right now, so he's probably pretty scared. What do we have? Like 16 bigs? Do we want to flat this or rip it? I think at GTO this feels like a jam. Let's take a flop. Damn it, I should have jammed. If he calls here, I'm not playing him no more. Alright, we still got him. We still got him. Thought about ripping that too. We could have jammed that. That wouldn't have been a bad idea. 5, 6, 7, ace. Let's check it back. Now, I think there's some arguments for betting to not turn my hand face up and to deny equity. I don't think we can get any value. I don't think he'll fold anything better. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to risk money just denying them equity. But we could run into a hand too where we're like denying ourselves free equity. Shit. It makes a lot of sense for him to have that there king. I could absolutely see him checking like king something a couple of times. Damn. Do I ever have a better hand? I mean, no, right? Like, I only have ace high here. It's the top of my range. I bet everything else. I gotta call. Woo. Score one for GTO. Not GTO, but game theory based thinking. Because, and in case you didn't follow what I'm saying, like, I'm never gonna have better than an ace. So if I don't at least call with my ace highs, then that means that he can win every single time by betting literally every hand. Like, if you just, like, you can't make your opponent, you can't allow your opponent to turn an automatic profit with any 2 cards when they're out of position. That's a terrible idea. It sounds really bad, right? It is really bad. That would be bad. And if you fold the top of your range, then that's what you're doing, unless something really weird happens. But which the king is kind of a weird thing happening, but I've got kings in my range too. Oh yeah, that's right. No, I probably don't. I would have got my kings on the turn. What the hell am I talking about? So I think we can bet this for value. He'll have draws that'll pay off. He might have ace X or like king X of clubs might peel us. Yeah, most of the time he's just gonna fold, but that's probably okay. This is kind of awkward. I think we're just a little bit too deep. Like, we're just a little too deep to rip it, so I think we just have to call and hope that we flop top pair, top kicker, and he doesn't have, like, a huge draw. Let me get there. 5, 6, blank, 8. If I go... It's a bit range mergey. I think standard is to check and call. I think going to check and raise for value against his draw is planning to just stack it if he rips it. I'm not going to be happy about it, but I'll be at the bottom of my stack and rip it range. So if he beat me with that card, then it means that, at least it means that my bet on the... should I turn my hand into a bluff? There's an idea. Yeah, I think I should. Well, no, wait. What's he going to fold? He was the button I called. No, I gotta check and fold. That sucks. I really don't want to, but I think I kinda have to. Did I win? Sweet! What did he have? A 4? Did he check back a 4? He shouldn't have. He should not have checked back a 4. Should have bet it. I'd have folded. He called my check raise with second pair there. See, that's what I was thinking. Like, it was draw heavy, so I was going to do like a little range merging action, and it worked flawlessly. I'm pretty proud of myself. I never make that play. I'm going to watch this video, and I can't think of the word for it, but when you like bring two things together, that's what I'm going to do. With how I usually play and how I'm playing tonight, I'm going to take like the good things about playing with fresh perspective and take the good parts of that and get rid of the part where I can't like count to 10 and bring them together, merge them. That's not the word I was looking for, but how funny would it be? How funny would it have been if that was actually the word I was looking for? No, it's not merge. It's like when you synchronize things, I don't know. Not important. Okay, I'm not gonna bluff on this. I think I'm just gonna take the free card off. Cause like, that's a hard frickin' board to not hit, right? Yeah. Okay, like, we are never checking back the flop and then folding to a half-pot turn lead. So, I'm not worried about doing this, even though it's exploitable. No, it's not exploitable. What am I talking about? I'm not worried about doing it because, like, it's usually not going to work. So, even if he just learned, like, ooh, when this dude checks back the flop, I can just bet the turn. He's going to be mistaken. He's going to be in for a rude one. He's going to be in for a rude one as awakenings go. Because almost never, like, I mean, I should have some hands that check back flop and fold turn, right? Not a lot, because it's gross to do that, but you should have some, especially on a texture. Woohoo! Come on. Damn it, a frickin' flip. Feeling good about it. Yeah. The rubber match? Oh, I was gonna accept. What are you doing? It's probably for the best. I'm going to bed. Alright, boys and girls, so yeah, like, this is 34 minutes and 44 seconds, and I kind of, like, restarted the whole, intro and everything after the first match was over, which he beat me in, by the way. So probably I just chopped it in half and just showed the second match, but in case you are the homie that beat me, I'm admitting that homie beat me in game 1. Till next time, kids, good luck. Don't drink and drive.